Hello guys, we are back again, and today we have basic calculator with us. So in this problem what we need to do is we are given a string s, and the string consists of just numeric numbers, or it consists of a operator, one of the four operators that are present, right? Plus, minus, multiplication and division, and empty spaces. So we need to keep that in mind, that it might be containing an empty space. So what we need to do now, we need to evaluate this expression. Simple, it was simple if we weren't using board mass, and since we are using that, we need to first take care of multiplication, division, then subtraction, and then finally addition. So this makes it a slight bit tricky, but it's not that difficult. So the my approach, what I thought for this question was, put all the numbers in a stack, and put all the other operators in a stack, and if I encounter multiplication or a division, what I want to if I encounter multiplication or a division, what I want to do is I simply want to divide those number, the number I just recently added to the stack. I would pop it and then divide it by the number that I am currently on. That was good approach, but then I realized one more thing. Why am I adding this? Just to take care of the subtraction and the addition. See, I'm dealing with multiplication and division right there and there. I don't need to add them to the stack, and I was adding subtraction and addition only to the stack. And then it came to me, if what if I don't maintain another stack for operations? What if I have only one operation, that is addition? What It would be better if I could just add all the numbers, right? Yeah, it would be. So how do I do that? If I convert all the numbers just after the negative sign into a negative number. I mean, if it's 3 minus 2, it's not 3 minus 2, it's 3 plus bracket open minus 2. It would be much better. So I came up with this approach here. A stack of integers, as I need a number just to check if it is the current number or not. Good. Another number which will return the result. Good. Then what I need to do is I checked if the string was empty or the string contained nothing but empty spaces. I returned 0 as the answer. Then I started my for loop. In that, what I did is, at each character I checked if it's a digit or not. If it is a digit, then I had to calculate the digit. What is calculating the digit, one might ask. See, if I have a digit, let's say 388, and so you clearly know that this in a array would look like this, then this in a string would look like this. It would be this, and I need to perform, let's say, multiply it by 30. Then the value of my num, if you know, should be 388. If I So what am I doing here? I'm explaining why I did this to this. So if I hadn't written this, and if I only wrote c minus this, then it would have returned 3 to it, and then it would have changed it to 8, and then to 8 again. So my final answer would have been 8, and then I would multiply it by 0, so it would be invalid. So what I did is I took the first value 3. Cool. It was initially 0. Then what I did is I multiplied this 0 by 8, 10. Then I added my 3 here. Then what I did, my num is now equals to 3. Now what I did is, again I multiplied this 3 by 10, and then I added my next character, that is 8. So it is now 30 plus 8, and it is 38. So you understand the logic. If it's just a single character, let's say a 3, so num is already 0, so it does not matter, it will only return 3. But if it is a character, if there are two consecutive characters that are digits, then it would matter. Now coming back to my let me just whoosh, coming back to my code. There are only three options actually for a character. It could be a digit in this string, it could be one of these signs, or it could be an empty space. We don't care about empty spaces, right? So I checked if it's a character, then I calculated my num, that is if it's 38 or just 3 or anything. Then what I did is I maintained another character that is called last operator, and I marked it as plus. I'll explain you why I did that. So as soon as I came here, I knew that it is a character and not an empty space. So what I did is I checked if my last character was a positive number. If it's a positive number, see if our expression is 7 plus 2. So if it's a positive, I don't need to do anything, I just need to add them both to the stack. So my stack would look like this, and then I need to just empty the stack while adding them. That's simple. That's why if I encounter a plus, or my previous operator was a plus, simply add that number to the stack. Done. If I encounter negative sign, then what I need to do is, if I encounter a negative sign, if it's 7 minus 2, what I did is I multiplied -1 to this 2, so it became -2. Then I pushed it to the stack, and then I pushed 7 to the stack. So when now I pop -2 from the stack, and then I add it to 7, so my final answer is 5, which is correct. It's simple. If I encounter a multiplication, then what I do? If I somehow encounter a multiplication, I only need to do one thing. Yeah, in this same example, before this we are assuming that all the string starts from plus sign by taking the last operator as plus initially. So I added this. My stack currently looks like this, 7, just it has 7. So what I do now is I pop this character 7, I multiply this character to the present number, that is 2, and then I push it again at this into the stack, so it becomes 14. How do I do that? Here I pop that character, I multiplied it to the num, and I simply push that character again. If I encounter a division, it is the same thing. Pop this character, divide this character by 2, and then simply push the result onto the stack, that is 3. And after all this has happened, I needed to reset my num variable to 0, so that it won't just keep on adding to itself, and I needed to update my last character. So if my last character at character this, my last character was plus, so I didn't care about it. It was before 7. I care about the character before my number. I don't care about the character here. So my number here is nothing right now. As soon as my number becomes 2, the last character will be through this loop updated to division. And I simply emptied my stack, I popped each element and added to the result, and I simply returned the result. It was accepted. If I show my details, it's my detail, it's runtime beat 66% of the code. So there is a better way which we can do to solve this question, and I might just try to learn that way also. This was the video. Thank you so much, guys. I hope my face wasn't in between any of the codes. If it was, what can we do?